So just a little tip when you're cutting bell peppers, any type of bell pepper, never, ever, 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 ever cut from this side, because you'll slip and you'll cut your finger. I've seen people practically cut their fingers off from doing that. Always cut it from the inside. So you clean out the bell pepper and then you just cut it that way. You can do it this way, whatever's comfortable for you, but do not, so if you do it this way, you risk cutting your finger. So you always try to want to cut it in the meatier part. And I'm just slicing these up. I might dice some of them up for salad later, but I'm just cutting all the bell peppers, sweet peppers I had, because they're gonna go bad, and we're gonna make some chicken and rice to eat. So it'll be chicken and rice. I have the chicken marinating, and it's a garlic parmesan marinade we bought from the store. We love it. So we're just gonna cook that up in a minute. And then I have the rice cooking in the rice cooker. And the reason I'm using the rice cooker today, sometimes I cook the rice on the stove, but the reason I'm doing the rice cooker today is because trying to save on the propane that we use daily. So the rice cooker takes electricity, so I'm just using the rice cooker. And it's easier because it can cook while I'm doing everything else. And then I still have to cook the chicken, so obviously we have a smaller stove, which I'll show you in a minute. And I can only cook so many things at one time. So, but this is the bell peppers for now. And then I'm gonna cut up some red onion. And we're just gonna have the rice, chicken, bell peppers, and onions. So now I'm just gonna dice up, or slice up this red onion that we have. We use red onion probably daily. We like this, the taste of it. It tastes good and everything. Once in a while I'll buy the yellow onion or Vidalia onion, but the red onion is our favorite.
I love it.
My husband loves it. Now, normally I just dice up a bunch of red onions because we use it like in our salads, in our breakfast burritos, eggs, whatever. But I'm just dicing these up today because he's in a sliced veggie mood today. So. And sometimes what I don't use, if I want to dice them up, they're already halfway cut. So I try to, like, if I'm cutting veggies, I try to just cut them all and then use them for the next few days so I don't have to constantly cut every day. So I'll just cut them all up and then put them in Tupperware or, oops, sorry babies, some bags. And then, so they're already ready to go for the next meal or lunch, snack, whatever. Alright, so that's the onions, and then we're going to do the chicken next. And I'm going to start the chicken. It's already been marinated a couple of days, the chicken breast. I cut it up after we got it from the store. So this is our little stove. It's a 3-burner stove. It's propane gas. So I usually, this is like the main pan I use for everything. So if I'm going to cook multiple things at one time, I try to use smaller pans because obviously we only have so much space. This is the main one I use. I just use some olive oil cooking, non-stick cooking spray. So I don't want it to be, the marinade already is kind of creamy, so I don't want to like have extra oil and make it real oily. So let that heat up just a smidget. Let's see. So the pan's warmed up enough. I'm gonna pour the chicken in there. I'll probably add a little bit more seasoning just because once you, even though it's marinated, sometimes when you cook things, the seasoning isn't what you think it's gonna be, and then it just doesn't have a lot of flavor, and it may cook out of it depending on how much liquid you have in there or sauce. So I'm just gonna, I'll probably add a little pepper. No salt because the marinade already has salt in it, so I don't like a lot of salt in my food. So just if I need it for flavor, that's about it. And then like the seasoning and the marinades have salt in them, so I don't use that. This one is a really good one. It's a skillet butter and herb seasoning and rub. It's a little yellow. So I'll show you guys the Parmesan, garlic Parmesan. It's just a simple one we buy from the store, but it tastes so good on the chicken once it's cooked in there. I usually marinate it for a day, sometimes two. Like, we've been busy this past weekend, out and about exploring Pittsburgh, so I haven't got a chance to make it, but now it's going to be extra delicious because it's been marinated. So this is the garlic Parmesan. Really good, and it does have like sodium in it, so it's 0 sugars, 1 carb. It's 260 milligrams of sodium, and it's 4 grams of fat per serving, so, and 1 tablespoon of serving. So obviously I've been marinating it. So the chicken is pretty much done. Definitely with chicken, if you don't know, if you're like not a seasoned cooker, then make sure the chicken is thoroughly cooked. You don't ever want to eat any chicken that's not cooked all the way through. But we like it a little bit browned. So some of the pieces you can see are a little bit browned. So we like that. And then I'm going to turn this off. Put it in a different bowl. And then I'm going to wipe out the pan. I'm not going to wash it off inside the sink. In the RV, you don't want to put any grease, type of oils or anything down as much as possible. Try to avoid getting them down the sink drain, because that sits into the tank and then it gets gross, and that's just a whole nother story. But so I'll do is I'll wipe it out with a paper towel, throw it in the garbage, and then put some more spray, and then I'm going to start with the peppers and onions, saute the potatoes a little bit, just keep them crunchy but just a little bit softer. We'll see. And then today we're eating now. It's like 12 o'clock. And just cut these for salad later. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of olive oil on the veggies, not too much. I don't want to be all too soggy. And then I'm gonna season them up a little bit. Heat this up. Pepper. So I'm just gonna saute these veggies just a little bit. I want to keep them crunchy, but I don't like them too raw. I mean, if it's on a salad, it's fine, but on like a hot dish, I would like them to be a little bit cooked, not to be all crispy and then I choke on them. I don't like that. And then kind of mix around and get whatever was left of seasoning oil from the bowl. And got just a little bit of brown on them. So I turned it down to low. And just give them a little bit more. The rice is done. So I'm going to set that up. But yeah, we're here in Pittsburgh. We took a tour to the stadium the other day. It was pretty awesome. The Steelers, my husband's a huge fan. He's trying to make me a fan, but we'll see. And then today we're eating now. It's like 12 o'clock, so we're going to eat lunch. And then we're going to meet up with our friends in downtown Pittsburgh. We're going to eat something before the game. We're going to a Monday Night Football game. So the Steelers against the Giants. So we'll see how that goes. But let me get the rice together and then I'll put it all together and show you guys how it looks. We got our bowls with our rice done. Okay, so we got our rice bowls ready and I'm just gonna throw some chicken on there. And my husband's gonna tell me when. Is that enough, baby?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then we got our onions and peppers. This is gonna be a terrible spoon too. The peppers and onions smell so good when they're cooking. What do you think?
It smells great.
Perfect.
Can't wait to eat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that. Oh, great.
Beautiful. So we got our rice bowls ready, and I'm just gonna throw some chicken on there. And my husband's gonna tell me when. Is that enough, baby?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then we got our onions and peppers. This is gonna be a terrible spoon too. The peppers and onions smell so good when they're cooking. What do you think?
It smells great.
Perfect.
Can't wait to eat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that. Oh, great.
Beautiful, huh? There it is. That's our meal. Chicken and rice bowls. Put a little bit of green onion in there because I love green onion. All right. So I'm going to give it a little taste. Get a little pepper in there, some green onion, chicken, and a little bit of onion. Try to get everything on the fork. Mmm. That's delicious. You still have the crunch of the onion, the peppers, all the flavors in there. And the jasmine rice is cooked perfectly. I'm gonna go eat with my husband.